Now, we talk about works a lot, and one of the things I want to do today is I want to get into the idea of why this whole works thing is so important. And the premise here is that we're going to see that everywhere in Scripture we're told that we are going to be judged. Does everybody know we're going to be judged? Okay, so what's the criteria by which we're going to be judged? Guess what? According to your works. It's really not complicated. By the way, can we also agree that Yeshua, everything he suffered, he did not deserve? So that means that if you pick up your stake, you may actually suffer things you don't deserve. Because a lot of you really struggle when things happen that you're like, well, I don't understand why so-and-so did this to me or why this is happening because, I didn't deserve that. This is the part where you took up your stake. Stop whining about it. You understand what I'm saying? The verses are clear. He tells you what you're going to receive. He tells you what you're going to experience. And then when it happens, you don't like it. Did you notice that was pure discipleship language? And it was pure denying self. If you have seen me, you're actually seeing the one who sent me because I follow him, which means that everything I do, everything I say is exactly like he does and he says. So you see me, you're seeing him. See, people want to take this literally in this sort of oneness idea that the Father is the Son, or the Son is the Father. No, this is discipleship language. I do what I've been trying to tell you to do. I told you to follow me. Do like I do. Be in like manner as. And now I'm showing you by my example that that's exactly what I do. He says, I have come to enlighten the world. I don't mean like in the great enlightenment of the Middle Ages or something. I'm saying to bring true understanding and discernment and knowledge and wisdom about why the world even exists, how it's supposed to function, what you're supposed to do inside of this place called the world, what he expects of you. He comes to bring us all of that so you don't. How many of you have walked around in quite a bit of darkness going, I don't know what to do. I don't know what. I know some of you, a lot of you have said to me, I just don't know what he wants from me. That's part of the darkness. If you hear my words, but don't watch over them, I don't judge him, for I didn't come to judge the world, but to save it. So what does that mean when he said I didn't come to judge, but to save? Go back to the light and darkness. I came to bring the enlightenment so that you can make choices to enjoy the salvation that he provided to you freely. The reward. So he said, I didn't come to judge you right now. It's not over yet. Now you can't do what he did literally because he did it because he was there with his Father. He saw his Father. And so Yeshua says, well, you see me. If you do it and follow me, it's like following him. Guess what? You don't see Yeshua anymore. So now you got to look for the anointed appointed who are following him, who is following the Father, and see them and follow them and allow them, and now only follow them if you're seeing Yeshua and you're seeing the Father. What did Paul say? The exact same words. He says, imitate me as I imitate Yeshua. And Yeshua says, imitate me as I imitate the Father. It should be a straight line of duplication. You are not going to have everlasting life if salvation wasn't already made available to you. But you're also not going to have everlasting life if your works, which you're being judged by, he's going to render to each one according to his works, don't warrant everlasting life, which is, by the way, that goes to those who persist continually. It's not a once saved, always saved, blah, 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 made an altar call, said, I believe in Yeshua, boom, I'm done. But you must persist in good works, seeking for the honor and the esteem and the respect and incorruptibility that is supposed to be given you in that everlasting life. Is there enough evidence in your life to convict you of being a Torah observant Israelite? Is there enough evidence in your life to be convicted of the covenant of Exodus 19 where you agreed to do what he said? Remember you agreed to do that? Yeah. Okay, let's see that in your life. Play the videotape. Okay, and then we'll watch it.